call this meeting to order. It is February 5th, 2025, and it's 9:30 a.m. and we're here on our regular business meeting and consent agenda. Would you please rise and say the pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Please be seated. Okay, old business. Is there any changes to the consent agenda? No? Okay. Old business. Consideration decisions of the minutes dated January 27th through January 31st. Have you reviewed those?
Yes.
Have you reviewed those?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Go ahead.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from January 27th, 2025 to January 31st, 2025.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion carries. The minutes are approved. Okay, the consent agenda. We have no beer and wine licenses. Shoshone County payables, have we reviewed those, everybody?
Yes.
No questions.
Okay. No cancellation of homeowners and cancellations, right? Okay. Computer arts agreement. We have another agreement. It's the same as last year. I had our legal review it. You guys reviewed that?
Yes.
It's the same thing that we did last year, so that one's that. Okay. Resolution establishing mileage. It looks like the federal mileage rate went up to 70 cents. You guys review that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, any questions? And we have resolution approving credit card accounts for Shoshone County. We've done this one before, but it looks like
We removed someone who's no longer.
yeah, we removed the weeds lady from it, and that's all. Good.
I had a question on that.
Okay.
Did they, I didn't think to look, did they put you on it? It came up a couple of times when I was chair that Sydney had to go out and buy things for us, like for a good
Okay.
example was this, when you guys were sworn in.
Okay.
And so I had to keep loaning her my card because she didn't have a card.
Okay.
I would like to propose that we consider on our next resolution putting Sydney on.
Okay. Okay. We can do that. We can probably amend it, right? And do an amended resolution.
I think we could.
Okay. All right. We'll do that next time.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be something I think we should do. It may have to come through the clerk's office since she's
Yeah.
a clerk's employee.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Do we need to put it back on next week so we can get her on?
Yeah.
Or-
Let's put it on. Let's just. You want to table this one and then do it all at once, or you want
We could pass this one and then just do a new one and add her on. That way
Okay.
we're removing this card.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. Okay, we have another one. The Coeur d'Alene Trust Property Access Agreement, and I will let Mrs. Studsky, our roads department, chime in on that one.
Did you guys all get a emailed copy? I sent that to
Yes.
Sydney when we scheduled it. This one is just a straightforward access agreement with the Coeur d'Alene Trust for some remediation work that they're doing at the East Fork of Pine Creek in the area of the Douglas Creek complex. And really it's just granting access for them to access our roadway. They are removing one culvert and replacing it across the roadway and installing a second culvert. And so this would grant access for them to do that.
Okay.
And you're for it?
Yes. I've met with the trust several times and we've gone over any concerns, that we might have, and we're both pretty comfortable moving into this.
So we trust the trust.
We trust the trust.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, the revised rock supremacy agreement.
So the rock supremacy agreement, the original agreement was signed by our Board of County Commissioners November 6th of 2024.
Mhm.
This is in relation to the Moon Pass Slide emergency cleanup operation
Mhm.
that's twofold. This is the portion of the work that is going to provide some stabilization in the area and some additional cleanup work that did not happen at the staging area. And so this had gone out to bid at the state level. And so all of that had been approved by the board in November. We ran into some issues with communications between two federal agencies. We have a ton of partners working with this for the funding. And through that, they were not able to satisfy the Section 106 reporting requirements, which has to do with archaeological permitting up there. That has since been satisfied, and so since we are actually into the next calendar year, everybody in the project recommended just having the new contract. And so this contract does. And did you all get a chance to look at this contract as well? Do you have any questions on it? It does just outline the work that would be done, the time frame that this would take place in, penalties if they run past their deadline and things like that. And this was reviewed by legal staff prior to the first signing. The only changes in this one are the redlined, they're noted in red, which would be the dates.
Okay.
No questions.
I have no questions. No questions? Okay. On to the next one, Shoshone County Treasurer Statement. This is the cash balances as of December 2024. We've reviewed those.
Yeah, we wish they were higher.
Yep. Okay. That is our consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the consent agenda as read.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, consent agenda's passed as written. Okay, public comment at 2 minutes.
How you doing?
Good.
I was just trying to get some clarification that we spoke about the admin fee in the past. Has anything been looked into, figured out, or anything like that?
No, we haven't discussed that. Not yet, not until budget time.
Okay, what's your understanding of what the actual admin fee is paying for?
My understanding that the actual admin fees are paying for the clerk staff and the clerks, and what the clerk does with, the clerk collects all the funds, clerk writes all the checks, and keeps the books and everything else for each department. That's my understanding.
And what's the percentage for everybody? Is it supposed to be even?
I don't, I'm not the clerk, so I'm not sure what they have, what they're, they based it off of 9%. Tammy, our clerk, when we first came in, said 9%. Peggy said different, so.
Okay. So it's paying for just the clerk and nothing else, not paying for the clerk last time said it was paying for the wages increase, paying for the general fund, paying for all kinds of things.
No, the admin fee itself is based off of what the clerk does for everybody. And, this goes back years ago in the county, when the county, had a general fund, and like with roads department, when, the general fund wasn't funding itself. So you'll see in a lot of companies where they do charge accounting fees, and that's to help out. It's like a business.
I understand that, but the problem is you're overcharging right now. You have different percentages for every different department. Like the roads department is at 7%, so you're charging over $120,000 more than what you said. The clerk is saying it's flat 5% for everybody. All of them are different. The appraiser's paying 10%, misdemeanor probation 27%, district court's 5%, so they're all over the place.
And that might be a aggregated scale, because if you look at the roads department, they have 10 times the receipts and 10 times the invoices as then you would have the assessor's office. The assessor's office with the receipts and everything that they have.
Exactly, but if
it's
you're
probably
only
not.
paying for the clerk's department, which is a total of $427,000. That's her entire department. That's just not the person that's paying payroll and stuff like that.
It's not
So
the
if you're
clerk's
charged-
department, it's the general fund. But you'll have to, you know, really
That's
the
what I'm saying,
person,
you can't do the general fund.
no, it goes into the general fund.
I know, but if you're
It
saying
doesn't
you're
go
looking
to
for
pay.
clerk's department is $420,000, your charge is $600,000.
You'll have to talk to the, you'll have to.
I
talk to
have
the
spoken
clerk.
to the clerk, and I'm saying it's wrong, because you're overcharging.
That's your opinion.
Yes, you can't use the road department's funds for the general fund. And if you're applying
Yeah, well, we disagree with you. So,
you're charging more to the clerk than what she actually pays.
no, I'm not saying that.
Well,
I
her
think
entire department's
you need to
$420,000.
talk to the clerk.
I have, and she said that it goes to the general fund, it went to the pay raises, it went to all the stuff. So it's not going to the clerk, it's going just to the general fund.
Well, we'll have to talk about that afterwards because this, you know, I'm not going to argue with you what your opinion is. You know, we're trying to.
It's not my opinion, it's just the math. Her math is her entire department's $420,000. You're
I
charging
understand that.
$600,000.
I understand that. Your 2 minutes is up. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, this meeting's adjourned.